Hi friends, welcome to classes by Lab Doctor. In our previous videos, we have discussed about HDL cholesterol or the good cholesterol, and we have understood that it plays a very important role in our body. And in today's video, let us see how we can improve the good cholesterol levels in our body. So, when we see the HDL cholesterol, we expect that the HDL cholesterol is more than 50 in females and at least more than 40 in men. So, if it is more than 60, it is optimal levels of HDL in the body. If it is between 40 to 60 milligram per deciliter, it is intermediate, and if it is less than 40 milligram per deciliter, HDL levels are low. And because HDL is the good cop, HDL is the one which cleans up the city, HDL is the one which is having anti-inflammatory effect, it is vasoprotective, it prevents the atherosclerosis, it helps the heart to function properly, it prevents the LDL oxidation, it stimulates the nitrous oxide production, inhibits the platelet aggregation, inhibits thrombus formation, has anti-apoptotic effects. We want the HDL levels to be high so that all these benefits are provided by the good cop or the HDL. We know that there are few parameters or few factors which contribute to low HDL levels, like your lifestyle factor, excessive smoking, excessive drinking, if the patient is obese, or if the patient or the person is having no physical activity, he is leading a sedentary lifestyle, he is consuming more and more calories than required, he is on a high carbohydrate diet, he is on high fat diet, he's consuming lot of junk food, etc., that can decrease the HDL levels in the body. Certain medical conditions like type 2 diabetes mellitus, chronic kidney disease, hyperthyroidism, that can also increase the level of LDL and decrease the HDL levels. Certain medications like beta blockers, thiazide diuretics, progesterone, anabolic steroids, they can reduce the HDL levels, and few of the genetic factors like familial HDL deficiency, Tangiers disease, apoA-I deficiency, lecithin-cholesterol acyltransferase enzyme deficiency, etc., can also lead to decreased HDL. So now when we discuss how do we increase the level of HDL, we will have to treat the cause for which is contributing to low HDL. If the patient is having diabetes and the HDL levels are low, we need to control the sugar levels. If the patient is having chronic kidney disease, we need to treat the kidney problems. If we suspect it is because of the medicines, then we need to alter the medicines for that patient. If we find that the patient's lifestyle is a problem and that is the one which is causing him the low HDL, we need to modify the lifestyle. So basically we need to treat the cause which is causing a low HDL symptoms or low HDL levels in the body. As I have already told you, the main reason for HDL being low in the body would be your lifestyle factor. So the main thing what we need to do is we have to try to change our lifestyle. When I say lifestyle, it is diet, it is exercise, the activity, the movements what we do, and the type of food what we eat, and the kind of habits which we are having. So lifestyle modification plays a very important role in reduction of risk of myocardial infarction, stroke, and also increases the HDL level and also decreases the triglyceride, the cholesterol levels in the body. So we need to pay attention to our diet, to our physical activity, how much alcohol we are consuming, stress management, tobacco usage, etc. So main thing would be the diet. So when we say diet, the diet should be very much balanced. It has to have adequate portion of carbohydrates, proteins, and good fats. So there should be enough fibers in our food, like there should be enough vegetables, there should be enough fruits, there should be whole grains which are rich in proteins, there should be dairy products which are good source of protein as well as your fat, there should be poultry, there can be fish, legumes, nuts which are rich in good cholesterols. And we have to also control the portion, not that just because these are healthy we can have it in excess. There should be portion control. We should try to have food which is grown locally, and we should have a balanced diet. So when I say a healthy plate, it should have vegetables, it should have proteins, it should have grains, it should have carbohydrates. So all this should be included. There should be healthy oils, and also we have to consume adequate water also. So this would be a healthy plate wherein there is carbohydrate, there is proteins, and there is also fat. So we have to have a balanced diet. We have to include omega-3 fatty acids in the food, because omega-3 fatty acids are very important to increase the level of HDL, and they also are rich in other micronutrients also. So the omega-3 fatty acids would be rich in your nuts, would be rich in your groundnut or in your almonds, in your walnut, in your chia seeds, your vegetable seeds, your avocados, oils, fish. All these are rich in your omega-3 fatty acid. We should also try and reduce the consumption of this sugary food, and also bakery items, bread, donuts, you have cakes, biscuits, all these bakery items, chips, and also fruit juices which come in tins, fruit juices which are canned, fruit juices which are heavily loaded with sugar, and this soft drinks which are heavily loaded with sugar, they have to be reduced so that your HDL level increases. When I say consumption of meat, this has to be in the moderation. Try and avoid as much as possible this red meat, or reduce the frequency or the quantity of red meat whatever you are consuming. You can have lean meat, you can have fish, because they are rich source of protein. What becomes important is how much portion we are consuming, what is the kind of oil we are using, how much oil we are using, and these things would matter. So moderation would be the key, and as much as possible try and reduce the frequency and the quantity of this red meat, lamb, beef, etc. So you should consume less salt in your food. That would also help you to raise your HDL. So less salt is just not the table salt. It might be in your form of your chips or in your form of your snacks, etc. You have to reduce the consumption of salt. Limit the use of salt. It should be less than 6 grams per day, that is around 2.4 grams of sodium. So this processed food, canned food, all these are having increased sodium in them, and they can also reduce your HDL. So limit the intake of high salt food like processed food, pickles, chutneys, preserved food, salted nuts, etc. To reduce the amount of salt which you are consuming in the diet. And oils also, there is nothing like a one good oil which will fit everybody. It is always better to achieve best of the health benefits. You have to have a combination of oil, like you should have oils which are combination of PUFA and MUFA, that is polyunsaturated fatty acid and monounsaturated fatty acid. So the combination of this oil would be better rather than a single oil. But reduce the quantity of the oil, and also avoid reusing the oil. This is what avoiding trans fat also is important. Trans fat is mostly seen in all this processed and the junk food. There should be physical activity. Physical activity not only will improve your mood, your muscles, your bone strength, your immunity, it also increases your HDL and tries to reduce your bad cholesterol. You have to see that you are active, you keep moving as much as possible. Some kind of an activity is very much required. So there is a recommendation also as to what kind of activity has to be done. For substantial health benefit, adults should at least have 150 minutes of exercise per week. That comes to around 40 minutes of exercise per day. It could be moderate intensity exercise. When I say moderate intensity, it could be dancing, it could be playing badminton, heavy cleaning, or brisk walking, or hula hooping. All this comes under moderate intensity. And you can have a vigorous intensity aerobic exercise also should be included. That means a high intensity activity also is required sometimes, because that would improve your cardiac health. Like it could be, kickboxing or swimming or running or jogging. All these are your vigorous intensity activity. You should try to see that at least 4 to 5 days a week there is some form of an exercise, and it is not just that 35-40 minutes. Throughout the day you should try to be active. There should be more of movement rather than sitting at one place and having a sedentary lifestyle. And you have to try and be active as much as possible. You can include any form of exercise which would make you happy, but try to include strength training, because strength training would build your muscles, and when you have increased muscles, that would burn more of fat, and also it will increase your HDL level. So muscle strength training is very important. So you can also you have to also include high intensity interval training or vigorous intensity activity also to improve your cardiac health, and moderate intensity. So you can juggle between all these three and keep yourself fit. Alcohol, we should avoid alcohol. Definitely excessive drinking is totally not allowed if you want to improve your HDL. And also stop smoking, because smoking is the one which will reduce your HDL and increase your bad cholesterol. It can be, any form of tobacco. It can be gutka, cigarette, BDs, vaping. Any form of tobacco you should be condemned. And stress, yes, definitely we have to manage stress, because stress is the one which will create lot of havoc in our body by manipulating lot of hormones and enzymes in our body, and hence stress has to be managed. And the very easy way to manage stress is having quality sleep, and also whatever activity which would give you less of the stress, you can try those. It could be just walking, or just reading, or listening to music, or yoga, meditation. Anything which can reduce your stress has to be incorporated in your life, so that stress management has to be taken care of. So to improve our HDL or good cholesterol, we would first have to treat what is it which is causing reduced HDL, and we should try and treat that cause. And also we will have to make certain lifestyle choices so that our HDL level increases and the triglyceride and the bad cholesterol LDL level comes down. So these were few things which can be done to improve your HDL cholesterol. Thank you so much for watching the video. Please like, share and subscribe the channel. Thank you.